Hey, good morning. Told you I'd have some nice new hats. What do you think? Spiffy, huh? Hey, I just want to go around one of these machines. 270 head. What we're going to do to it while it's here for breakup time, we're putting a new top knife on, the center knife, repinning and bushing the top knives were flopping around like a tuna out of the water. And let me see what else we got on here. We've got, I forget where it was. Oh, this particular harness right here where my finger is, this short little guy, there's just a short stubby little guy in there. It was causing a lot of problems here in the last couple of weeks for the owner, and it's got some little diodes in it, I believe, and we ended up just buying a new harness. It's only 6-8 inches long, and so all the machines here, we look for cracks on the head, we look for anything else, tightness, bushings, make sure all the grease fittings take grease. We'll be giving this thing a complete grease over. There's generally, when this particular customer gets here, he's really adamant about changing hoses that are seepers, so he doesn't have to do it in the woods. So where the fittings are, whatnot, we will, if we got wet ones on the ends, we'll change them. He's had a problem here too on this particular machine with some, I don't know, it's been, I think they were Parker hoses, but I don't know. Some of the hoses inside outed, if you will, and they were leaking out here in the skiv, and they ended up, last summer I had a big bunch of trouble with this machine. The hoses came apart from the inside, and of course the hose manufacturers say that never happens. But it did, and what it did was it got into the thermal bypass valve on the machine. It got through the filters. There's a long story there, but the operator pulled the filter housing. It wasn't connected to the canister. We ended up in the woods, several times using the old kidney system, cleaning up the oil, running it, cleaning it, running it, getting all the debris back to the tank. We had the tank open, basically hand wiping it out. And yeah, it caused a bunch of trouble. Overheating trouble and stuff, but we got it figured out. Yeah, we had inspection covers off, and anyways, we got it going. Oh, that was last summer though. So while it's here, we have this is what we normally do. We change oil once every year or two. We recommend once a year because that's every 1,200 hours is generally 12 to 1,800 hours is when you do all the planetaries and the drive system and the axles, differentials with the heavy oil, 80-90 if you will, or whatever they're using in that particular machine, 75-140 I think. But we've got a specific thing. We get the customer to get us a list, stops over, he writes up a list, and we go from there. We just check off the list with all the things that need to be done on the machine that they can think of, and then I try to train my guys to look for things that they don't, which is, that's an art in itself. But let's say you're going through the center section and one of the grease lines is off. Most of these have auto greasers now, so we fix all those little things. I'm going to do the AC while it's here. I know it's only March, but we're going to pull down the AC, make sure it's got enough in it, because as soon as the sun's already starting to get higher, we're into those times and those clear cabs that you need the AC on. We do the planetaries, grease the bogies, change the oil in the crane base pillar, make sure everything is good there. One other thing on the Deere that sometimes is a problem I don't have my flashlight with me, but here's the cab rotation motor, and the sensor is right above it. And this particular machine has had some problems in the past where water gets in there, and we've ended up taking it out. So I think last year it loses its calibration to where it is. And then Deere, somebody told them to pump it full of grease, and they did that, and that didn't do much good anyway. So he said about twice a day he's been having to recalibrate the cab. So I'm going to take that cover off. I actually put a silicone last year, just a dab of silicone to keep the moisture out of there, and it seemed to help for almost a year. So I'll be taking that little cover off and cleaning it out, making sure that sensor it isn't all full of dirt and debris messing with that sensor. What else do we got? That's about it. I mean, we go through everything. Oh, and don't forget the transmission. And for you guys that are newer, if you're out there, you've experienced this before. When you get underneath there and you're gonna pop the cover on a differential. My guy got a face full the other day. You bring this stuff in from the cold and it sits in the warm shop, and it's like there's pressure inside that differential, and he got a face full of oil. He wasn't too happy, but whatever. We do air cleaners, engine oil filters, hydraulic filters, you name it. We try to get everything done while it's here. You know, we can't stop a lot of that stuff from happening from, you know, trees or whatever falling on it, but no, I'm just kidding. They never have that happen. But yeah, we try to give it a once over, make sure all the lights work, and go from there. So that's what we're up to on this. This is his 1270E. So that's what we're doing. Everything that we can while it's here, and hopefully we don't forget a darn thing, and we'll be good to go. All right, thanks for watching. I'll bring you back for another one of these other machines in the shop.